Here we go. In the bottom left of Old Republic, we've got MaxPax. In the top right, it is Rogue. These games are from the RSL, it's Group B, and this is the most recent big tournament that's going on here in StarCraft. So let's see how these guys are gonna do here in that best of 3. This is a group match, it's the first match of this group. Meaning, even if you lose this, you're not out of the group. I'm gonna have a pro block here. Also, you potentially have to rematch against the same player, depending on how the group plays out. So you kind of wanna be a little bit brainy about your strategies, choices, and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to turn on the health bars. Let me quickly fix this for you guys, because it's gonna be very easy to fix this. And there we go, and we're back into the game already. You didn't even see anything. So there we are, there's your health bars. I know you guys love them, I don't, but it's different opinions and you can have your own. I'm not gonna steal away all the fun from you guys. All the things you've been used to in the last 2 decades almost. It's crazy how long this game is actually alive. At this point, kick in. Now MaxPax is gonna throw down his Nexus here. He did have that proper block, the natural base from Rogue. That means that there's an opportunity for MaxPax to catch transferring drones, to intercept them with adepts, or to intercept them with oracles later on. Also, the creep will be disconnected for a little bit, so the oracle harassment on the 3rd base, or in general, is going to be a little bit better, because queens are going to have a rougher time relocating between the bases. Now, that being said, let's see if he's actually going to do that, or if this is just a minor inconvenience here. Rogue, of course, has to do a longer transfer from the drones from that main base. That also means the mining time is slightly reduced. So they start mining minerals, as you can see here. At this point, they would be on the minerals. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 seconds per drone. That's actually a lot, if you really think about it. That's a lot of income you're missing out there. So really worthwhile move, I want to say, here from the Protoss player. We're gonna see that Adept chronoed out and instantly going into a second Adept. Of course, this will be seen by the Overlord here. He knows the timings. No issues. And Rogue, he wasn't skimping. He was making 4 Zerglings, putting on 2 more here. So he will have the appropriate amount of units to deal with this. He's also going into speed, even though that still takes a while to finish up. And he has the Queen here. Ooh. In the front line. Just gonna start to work on that Adept. Adept is gonna shade to the other side, and he's already looking for a transferring drone. But Rogue, he's not transferring anything right now. He only has a drone in the making, and it is going. It could be intercepted here. This is en route. But actually he puts it into the gas, so yeah. It's gonna stay safe. This thing though, this base also, it's open to go in from 2 sides, so he snacks the drone here. That's pretty nice, actually. It's open to go in from 3 locations, right? You can go from here, you can come from this ramp, or you can come from the natural. So if you walk into the natural, you can kind of only come from this big angle, right? So there's only one angle of attack you can utilize here. And that is a difference if you have to take the 3rd base location. Of course, Rogue does make up for that in making a couple more links than you usually see, but that's a lot of additional tiny paper cuts here that MaxPax is already putting into Rogue's, yeah, I don't know, leg, or wherever you want to cut him, into his torso. Oracle coming in here. It's gonna scout the droneless base on the naturals, waiting for the first drone to pop. Unfortunately, a tiny bit mistimed here, and the drone pops a little bit later than anticipated. Cool idea though, I have to say. You're basically just gonna come in when the first drone pops. Now, Lynx are gonna snag this pylon. We're gonna see an Adept walked in, but 1 Adept is not gonna be enough here. The Oracle is gonna snag the drone that wanted to run into the 4th base. We also saw a creep tumor denial here on these Adepts. They're gonna shade into the natural, and there's nothing here. The Lynx, they are aggressive, they're killing that pylon, so we're losing 4 drones here as Rogue. That's a very good start, I want to say, here for MaxPax, even though he is supply block. Now, that's a big supply block, by the way. He will finish up the Nexus now to get off open supply, but that was a lot. Oh my god, he killed 7 drones though. So I want to say, definitely worth these Adepts here. And yeah, let's take a look. 8 drones go down, 4 links go down. For 2 adepts on the pylon, yeah, I take the trade every day. So very, very nice start here for MaxPax, and Rogue must be feeling a little bit frustrated that his defense, well, his weak point was basically found and broken open like a can. Now he's hiding a group of links here in the bottom right, and we see a Baneling nest on the way, also plus 1 million on the way. This could be a little bit of aggression here coming from Rogue on 60 drones, for example. Or just the 40 he's on right now. He's actually not making any additional drones, only 6 on that natural base, not too many there. He's also hiding a group of links here in the top left position from MaxPax natural base there. That's 4 links here, it could be 4 Banelings. Baneling nest did finish up. The Link Stalker aggression is trying to commence here. Links are probing the entrance and they will find no weak point for now, but Rogue has like link groups everywhere, so he's gonna morph some Banes over here, he's gonna morph some Banes over here, and he has the links rallying for an attack. Now he needs to do a lot of damage. I mean, look at the work count, look at the income currently. It is so big in favor here of MaxPax. But there's the attack coming in, and if he can kill this whole mineral line, well, then he's gonna even out the count again. The issue though is that, oh my god, that Zealot is unkillable there. The big issue though is, oh, there's Stalkers in the wall, so you're never gonna get through that one. Unfortunately, probably gonna break the Cybernetics go first. Oracles are doing a nice job here, but in the end, everything that was left here on this third base is gonna get denied and killed off. We do see this hatchery here did get killed off, and the Stalkers is still across the map trying to trade for as much as they can, but plus 1 links are actually pretty decent against Stalkers. Stalkers do overkill a lot, and links in general are a good match against Stalkers, as they don't shoot as fast. Now he pushes this back, he needs to take another base, but the worker advantage is still amazing here for Max. It doesn't count that much though, because he has to throw down the Nexus again. You see the stasis trap go off here, but in the end, like, if Rogue can kill more workers or deny this base one more time, he has, yeah, he's going into drones, so he has the opportunity to swing this back in his favor. A big issue though is we do see already these guys here warping in. Oops. These guys here. The Archons. So we're already on Chargeshot. Archon Chargeshot is still halfway through, or away, I guess. And I don't think he has Storm. We're gonna do a quick check here. No, he didn't get it. But the tech advantage is what I'm trying to say. The tech advantage is insane. We're seeing plus 1 Banelings, or links, against Archons, Oracles, Stalkers, Charge Lots. Plus 1. And Storm incoming as well. I mean, it's a lot of links. There's a cannon though, there's an Oracle. He's gonna almost kill the Cybernetic squad, then gets healed by the shield battery. Is he gonna finish off this base? If he can kill this Nexus, that would be kind of cool, but he decides to not trade out his links. He just does enough that this army says, okay, we need to turn around. He's still only on 48 drones, so the income is... It's so bad right now for Rogue. It's insane. Look at this advantage here for MaxPax. This is crazy. And he will go into an infestation pit. He's going into 2 more bases, but he still is on such a low drone count. He just makes links and tries to do stuff with that. He's going into plus 2 milli as well here. If he can catch these Stalkers, that would be kind of nice, but his links also get caught here by Archons, and now if everything joins up, Oracles, Archons and Stalkers, well, links are not gonna have a great time, especially if the charge shots also add in here into the mix. Rogue will find the space, and this should be easy cancel here. It's a very easy deny, and he can still actually try to pick off this base. He has a lot of units. He will lose another hatchery himself here, and in the end he will abandon the idea of killing this one. The Archon does finish up, and the shield battery is still there. He can, like 3 Archons, it's hard to imagine a world where you can split them off correctly and get the good fight you need to. The Queens need to work on the Archons as well. You kind of need to kill them with good surround. It's kind of working. The Oracles were back at home because the links were basically threatening an attack there. In the end though, this is he barely gonna have enough here to break through? The Oracles are starting to be out of juice, but MaxPax is gonna have enough. Rogue has to GG out. We see Centrifugal Hooks is about to finish here. So there we go. MaxPax takes the lead here, 1-0 in this best of 3 series. And we go into the next map. which will be 10,000 feet, of course. There we go. In the bottom right, we do have our blue Protoss player. It is MaxPax. In the top left, it is our red Zerg Rook. MaxPax again sending out an early probe here, probably attempting to block that base. And Rook is also sending out an early drone. Okay, this is not an attempted base, at least not in his area. That's a little bit too early. So this drone is not only gonna scout, I think, not at 15. You're not gonna make a 15 scouting drone. It will reach the area very closely, about a tiny bit mistimed here maybe, but there we go, and it will proxy hatchery there. And MaxPax, oh, he was faked out with a drone here. He sent a drone to the third. He was like, yeah man, I'm taking my natural, you can block this, ha 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 ha. And now he brings back the drone. Let's see if he finds the drone that comes back. I don't think he saw it. No, it became the extractor. No, he didn't see it. So the drone became the extractor. He did not see this drone rally back. So he still doesn't know that there is no natural or third base taken, because he didn't scout this. And he doesn't see that there's a base in front of his main. And this is barely not gonna see this here. This is the area, and there's the hatchery. So it's about this path here still away from the vision range. And MaxPax is still not scouting this. He has still not peeked down the ramp. He has still not tried to check the third base. He sees drones rallying, because that's what you would do. But the drones rally to a weird angle. And he sees this drone. He's like, Rogue is like, yeah, I'm going to my third base. La 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 la. There's no third base. And MaxPax now realizes, oh shite. Your third base, your natural is at my third base actually, so there you go. He took a third, but the wrong side of the map. Immediately throwing down a gateway. It's gonna chrono boost out that the adept, but yeah, you kind of wanted already to have a zealot ready here in this moment. You can of course get the zealot, and ideally you wanted to have the second gateway up and running already as well at this point before that nexus. Now, can he defend this one? Is he going to cancel the shield battery? I'm very curious to see that. He's fully walling, and if he does not cancel the shield battery, he has to stay defensive with these adepts. We'll finish this up, it seems. So he's going to just say, alright, I'm not going to try to poke away at your links right now. I'm not going to threaten any shades, and this also means these guys are not going to try to go across the map and kill the drones, right? That's a win condition you can create for yourself. And you still need to hold off these spine crawlers, but I'm not sure if I really like the idea of adepts. I've always been a little bit more the stalker defense guy. Even though stalkers are worse against lings, they're definitely better against the spine crawlers and queens, way better. This ship battery needs to utilize its energy. It's running out of energy. This should have been healed up here all the time, and it will be focused down now. But that could have been a lot more time bought on that gateway, and definitely a mistake here by MaxPax. See, it's already dead now, the gateway. 3 spines here hammering away at the cybernetics core. Of course, if the cybernetics core dies, that's a very crucial moment here. The Oracle does spawn in the right moment there to intercept those lings. And the lings will finish off the cybernetics core. The queens, can they fight the Oracle? Oracle is gonna go back into the healing range here. Oh, the queen is gonna run, the queen is gonna run, the queen is gonna run. He doesn't have a transfuse. He's only on 35 energy here. He does not have a transfuse. The Oracle will get healed up again and will fight the lings now. He should probably kill the queen, because I guess you can always make a spore, but yeah. This Oracle was just sitting there. Now it's turned off, now it hasn't any energy, there's no overcharge. Maybe a Void Ray would have been better. He's not making any Stargate units here. And all of this wall, all of this investment is going down the drain. Oh, he had a second Oracle. Okay, so he has 2 Oracles here. There's a Queen coming in here. Needs to be careful. You want to make a Spore Crawler here with that drone. And we do see the Lynx push in a little bit peeky, and now he's gonna kill off the Nexus. Of course, you even don't want to let him get that Chrono Boost. Like, every tiny edge you can get. This probe is still chilling around here, but there's a Spore and a Queen at home, so these Oracles are not gonna find that much damage here. Could have probably zapped a few drones if he tried to trade for his health, but he wants to be safe. He wants to have them available for the defense. Hope he has one drone even mining over in this location. It's kind of funny. 2 queens are going to intercept this. He goes onto the healthy oracle first here, and we'll get away. There's a transfuse ready here for that queen. This oracle needs to move. Oh no! Oh my god, he loses the oracle. I can't believe it. That's the only asset you have here as the Protoss player. You cannot let these guys die. Now, this is a very funny situation, but I like to follow up. Baneling Nest. If you get the Banes, this is only 1 mineral line left, right? And if you have enough spores, you can't be killed. Like, now he sees the Twilight as well. He's like, alright, what can you make? Adepts? Well, I already have the counter to that with the Banelings, right? That's also like a thing why I would like when he catches the Adepts. Can you get all 3 of them? One is gonna survive. Goes back into the shield battery here, double shield battery. He's gonna keep that alive, and the oracles are zapping away the links. He needs to be careful, he cannot lose all of his links. And, oh well, there's a probe still on the map. He will find the probe. Yeah, this is a very crucial moment, actually. This probe being killed off means that he cannot make a warping pylon across the map. So he's completely stuck in his main base. He could have made a pylon over here to warp down to the low ground. But there's the Overlord that kind of oversees this area. And again, man, I don't like the Adepts. I would have been a fan of the Stalkers. Now he's going to try to come in here with the Oracles onto the Queens. He's going to kill 1 Queen, but the Spore does root, and in the end the Oracles have to fly back to the shield batteries. Starting to get out of, like, very low in energy. He's going to make another Oracle here. But again, like, there come the Banes, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. He's going to kill 1. And the Link's coming afterwards. He has 10 drones right now. There's another Bane coming in here. Glaives is not even gonna finish because the pylon got killed off. And there we go. Rogue does all in MaxPax to death. Sorry, not death, but into the 3rd map. Throne of Dunes is gonna be map number 3. It's a 1-1 situation, and I'm very hyped because I'm a big fan of Rogue, but also of this guy MaxPax, and they make for a very good best of 3 so far. Very brainy stuff here. Rogue in the bottom. Really like the mind games here from Rogue. It's kind of crazy. It's been really outsmarting MaxPax here. Definitely a very deceptive player. And even if you know he's a deceptive player, it's just difficult to keep track of every single tiny thing, because he's very good at masking these things. Even though it seems so simple, it's actually, like, I think the big issue is that his timings are almost impeccable in those masquerades. So now we will see that hatchery being taken before the probe manages to go across the map here, so there's not going to be a block. But on the other side also this means, well, MaxPax is not going to put himself into the position that he might get proxy hatcheried again. He will see that hatchery come down there, and that means, oh yeah, your hatch is on the other side, so we can just play a normal game, is probably what he was thinking there. What are those guys down here? What are those dudes doing there? It's like a bazaar or something, I don't know. It's the statues. Not sure what they're doing there, man. There's some over here as well. Probably over here, I guess. Yeah, look at that. What are those guys? There's also females inside, I'm not sure. Some look female, these for example, and this looks very male. Yeah, okay, so we saw the map now. There's a lot of guys down there chilling. MaxPax going for the Nexus core, of course, and on the other side, Rogue's just opening the standard game so far, yeah? This time, let's see if he wants to be aggressive again. He did do, remember, the +1 Ling kind of all-in style in the first game on the 40 drones. And the second game he went into a proxy hatchery. Can't really go more aggressive than that with the spine crawler rush. Now, map number 3, everything on the line. I mean, for Rogue, everything was already aligned. on the second map, right? So he still decided to go for a crazy proxy hatch play, which was really good masked, really well masked, by the way. So definitely kudos to him. And yeah, what's he gonna do this time though? Is he gonna play another aggressive style? He has shown 2 extremely aggressive builds so far. Let's see what's gonna be this game here. He will sneak around a couple of links, and I don't think they have been seen by MaxPax here. Gonna warp in the Stalker right now, but that's not gonna be it. The wall isn't completed. The links do make it in. Can he get a probe? I don't think so. MaxPax usually is very on point with his micro, and we see already the first probe. Doesn't even lose hit points here. But 2 links could get a scout. Look at that, man. These probes. They're so good. He's so good at this. I think it's a very... like, very polished, optimal way to defend this. If you look at that, he pulls 4 probes. He pulls 4 probes and attack moves, and he makes a wall with 3, and then he pulls the one that's low back to the minerals. And then he has still the 3 fighting, and then he puts another one in, so he will always have 4 and always can do the same, and you cannot chase because the 3 will block that. It's such an optimal way to do this, because if you're down 1 probe, this all falls apart. But there's like no there's no wasted move in that, which is very cool to see. MaxPax is really an optimizer of the race here. It's gonna come in with the Oracle again, a tiny bit too early there on that drone, so a little bit of misfortune here as well, but still getting 3 drones there in transfer and 1 on the minerals is quite nice. You will see this spore being morphed in, so he will know that he's a little bit too late here to this drone party. If you could get that one, but unfortunately, tiny bit mistiming. He sees... Oh, he did not see that transferring drone, so unfortunately for him here, could have gotten another one. 3 drones is quite nice here. He didn't lose anything if you take a look at this. 2 links, of course, and 3 drones. On the other side, though, Rogue has all the information. He saw the Stargate, he saw the timings, he does know where the pylon is, which is also nice, right? So you can always put in an overload if you want to. He's gonna try to sneak another link, but there is a Stalker in the front who's saying no, no. No swiping, no, no. Now Roach Warren on the way here. Oracles immediately scout this one. Queens are gonna try to attack these Oracles. He will still zap 2 drones out of their existence. Remember, there was a meta, I don't know, like 5 years ago maybe, where people would just keep on make oracles. Oh, by the way, we have a big glaive attacks here. I wasn't talking about this, but Rogue is gonna spot this now. He sees the adepts in this number move out. He does have a Baning Nest on the way, but this is way too late. He does have a +1 on the way. It's also not gonna matter. He kills off the creep tumor here immediately, and he will probably wall this up. Can he wall it in time? He does manage to get the Evo chamber down, so the shades are not gonna be able to run in, but he has a full mineral line over here. He needs to evacuate that. He's gonna walk with the drones. Can the drones? Oh, he's actually gonna be very greedy. He's gonna try to make it in, and he will open the door. He will open the door. Hold the door. Hodor did not do his job. He did fail. He got killed by the White Walkers way too fast here. And that is gonna mean death and destruction here. A lot of drones are gonna fall here. 15, 16 already. He still has adepts in every mineral line, kind of. This is the only one that's kind of safe. 29 drones there for a second. The mining is in the trash right now. It's a dumpster fire. There's adepts even at this space. 19 drones killed off. He's frantically trying to remake drones here. He does not lose army. He knows he's completely been attacked at his economy, which is 20 drones down. Imagine if he had 20 more drones, he would be at 75 or 74 right now. He's still remaking 10 more drones here. We do see the Temple Archives as the follow-up, and Blink is a little bit late, it feels like. Glaives was already done way ahead. Does he have charge? No, so he kind of forgot to make his follow-up upgrade, it seems like. And that could actually be an issue, because you cannot really do this glaive thing again. It's just not gonna work. There's already a big chunk of roaches, and at this point you kind of want to start to move some stalkers across the map. I mean, he has the force, he just doesn't have the blink. And without the blink, it's just so difficult to commit, because you can get chased down. They have links, right? You can't get away. And he already has the +1, so he will still move out. He does have +1 on his own, but maybe this is just a fake. Without this blink, he has to feel very, very impotent. Well, his force is definitely gonna have a very difficult time to kind of be effective here on the map. So yeah, a big blunder actually from MaxPax, missing that upgrade. And well, he's just gonna take a 4th base now behind this, but ideally you want to pressure one base from the Zerg here and try to cancel this one, or kill some drones on the other one, maybe trade a little bit for the army. Now Blink is finally gonna finish up, but already stuff is solidified here in Zerg Town. We do have the roaches ready, the Ravagers are ready, he can snipe down stasis traps with the biles, he can try to fight off oracles with the biles and force them to relocate, so be a little bit more inefficient. He needs a couple more drones here on these mineral patches. He has a bunch of links ready, which are about to have +2 here very soon as well. He does have Baneling speed finished up now as well. That also means Baneling HP. 5 more HP for those bad boys. And links are gonna see the Stalker force here. He did see that with the Changeling, and he has links still from the north. Can he catch these Stalkers? He does get a good surround, but Blink should be off cooldown here in just a moment. He still does manage to get most of the shields here from these guys, but there we see a big chunk of Templar boys. 6 of them ready with Storms here and an Archon. Gonna warp in 2 more, probably morph them into an Archon here. There we go. There's a stasis trap, which we did not see as Rook. Fortunately, he might get caught there eventually at some point. Needs to be a little bit careful. We do have the Spire on the way. We do have the Hive. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We do have the Hive on the way as well here. Infestation Pit already finished up, of course. So tech is actually coming along very nicely here for Rogue. And MaxPax, yeah, he needs to start up. The next transition is going into the Fleet Beacon right now. We do have Charge here on the way. About to finish up, but that timing, that blink timing, that really ruined his day, honestly. I feel like all of that damage he did with the Adepts, which did kind of set up for this next stage, it just never came to fruition because he never got that blink. I guess he got it, but he was so slow to getting that blink. Oh, I like these spine crawler positions. That means there's only very tiny attack spots for the Zealots to actually fight the Spine, so the Spine will trade way better than it should if it would be like over here. And he's gonna pull back the drones to the Spine, and then the Zealots just lash on the Spine. He brings in a few links, and it's gonna be an easy cleanup. Oh, Baneling's okay. Well, that was not the best, but it's fine. Ultra's Cavern on the way here. Mothership on the other side. Immortal production already started. Did he sniff the Ultra transition? He doesn't know that even that there's a Hive yet. These are gonna catch these Zealots here. Oh, we do see a big surround here. Ooh, that Storm though. That Storm though. Oh my god, he's gonna catch the Zealots there in the north. Oh, will he be caught? There's a nice Storm again here. That High Templar is gonna get a lot of kills there. Let's see who did it. I'm gonna find the one who killed them. He must have like, I don't know, 8 kills or something. Can't find him. There's another force here going to the right side, but doesn't really find an entrance here. 4 kills only on this guy. 3 kills on the other one, I guess. Okay. Zealot's trying to deny the headshot, but Rogue is so active with his units, he cannot, like MaxPax cannot find an opening. He's probably used to getting damage with these Zealots, but this is not working out. He's just bleeding out Zealots left and right now. And that's not really the way. You need to kind of find some little victories. Now Rogue is just running into the 3rd base. He's gonna say, alright man, if you run Zealots everywhere, I can do the same. But there is the biggest Storms you've seen in a long time. Oh my god, man. 14 kills on the High Templar. That's an amazing Storms. 8 on the other one. So efficient here. You see another group of Zealots in the bottom right here, on the center right. And this army is just not dying. They did kill a Zealots did kill a base here, and they are coming into the second location. This base also got killed, but carriers are here to save the day. Only the probes did get killed off. MaxPax has 2 more bases, so it's not that bad if you lose them. Oh, catching those High Templars definitely very nice here in the end there for Rogue, but Rogue... Well, actually, they're trading very, very evenly in resources. This is surprising to me, but MaxPax is just... I think he just threw away so many Zealots. 44 Zealots have been killed off here at this point. And he never got that many drones. Like, he killed 9 drones after the initial 20 with the Adepts, right? 9 drones. For I don't know how many Zealots he threw in. And 1 base, right? 1 hatchery. He really didn't trade at all with those Zealots. They cost him so much. It's insane. Now Rogue is going to try to snag the space. There's no shield battery that's powered up, and an easy kill off even before the +3 melee does finish up here. The Ultralisk #1 is on the field, already has some very decent upgrades. Kindness plating should be done already. Yeah, there we go. Still waiting on a speed off creep there, but we'll get that eventually probably as well. Do you see a Warp Prism here loading up a few Zealots again? But this has been not really, like, just not doing this would have been better in this game. For MaxPax, he bled out so many Zealots that he completely enabled Rogue to stay in the game very easily. He's gonna bleed out even more here right now, yeah. Boom, getting killed off. A couple more Zealots are fighting the Spinecrawler, but already Bane's coming in for the reinforce here. And a few Links as well. The Mothership is there. Mothership is a nice thing, a nice tool, but ooh, Links again, +3 with Adrenal. 3-2 Links with Adrenal, man. They kill buildings so fast, he doesn't give an F. A few Overlords are doing something down here. MaxPax might have seen those, actually. Oh god, man. That's when you see, like, Stokers that only have have no armor upgrades against +3 Adrenal Links. They fall like frickin' flies. It's like a fly runs into one of those Electro Zeppers. They just instant die. Oh my god. Zealots again here for the run by, but as I say, they only have been killing Links, really. I mean, let's have a look if any more drones have been killed off. 29 was the last number we checked. But 10 more Zealots have died. And there was no major engagement when Zealots fought in a big fight. So he's just literally bleeding out Zealots. Even +3 armor coming in here. Ultras are going to be extremely powerful with 3 upgrades. Literally fully upgraded Overlords. Gonna be quite nice here. A few more Zealots coming into the bottom, but there's still that one Spinecrawler. I guess he remade this one, but it's just very solid down there in that position. Empty drop overlords, there we go. He's forcing a warp in at home, and you can't kill drop overlords with Zealots. Now he did force some supply back at home, he sees this, and he's just gonna say, alright, let's engage on the big army. And if he can kill all of the storms, maybe he can overwhelm, and the Archons, maybe he can overwhelm with the Corruptors, but he only has 2 Corruptors left, so MaxPax really been focusing on those AR units, and I think this was not an efficient trade here for Rogue, and he even runs out of detection here. Again, Zealots didn't find anything though, but that must have been a good trade here. 3k resources finally going in favor of MaxPax there. But still only 29 drones have been killed off in this game. What an insane defense from Rogue here, but he will now, with losing that army, means that he will just lose potentially the game, because how is he gonna ever kill that army from MaxPax? It seems just so powerful. Oh, he's gonna recall only a part of it. Oh, it didn't get recalled because the Nexus died. But that still means that the recall is gonna be on cooldown, so he has to walk back to save the other bases. He'll even lose an Immortal now, because he did send over some units. Links, man. Links, the efficiency cannon. 3-3 Links. About to be 3-3 Links. And he's just running around with Links. He's making Links, Ultras, Corruptors. What a composition here. Links are gonna find the Mothership. We'll also see that there's another base about to be warped in here in this location. He doesn't have a bunch of drop overloads, but no money. So it's very tough to actually utilize those. Rogue has a lot of bases, he has a lot of income, but he needs to keep those alive as well. And Zealots, he sees the Ultralisk and decides to turn around. Again, Lacey in a 3rd base. They will run away. This base is kind of exposed and it's still warping in. But there's another big fight here. Can Rogue take this right now? I don't think he can. I don't think he should. He should probably just evacuate the space and just go away. He's gonna collapse on his army here. Does not get a kill on the other base in the north. This might just be the fight he was looking for. He will kill most of these Archons before they can get under the Corruptors, but still the Corruptors do die. The Ultras though, they're just unkillable with Interceptors. I mean, look at that. They tickle them. +3 armor upgrades are actually very powerful, and we only have +2 attack here for the air army. Void Rays now on the way, of course. They're gonna be very good against these Ultralisks here. So let's hope that he can make something happen with those. And finally now the Zealots. Oh my god, he needs to control this. It can't be that these Spines are trading so efficiently. Now this is looking like we're going into a little bit of a base race here. Who can win this? Of course, I mean, MaxPax looks very good, right? He has air units that can't be attacked, but he's kind of starting to run out of buildings. And links can be insanely efficient in a base race, but we don't really have that many links, do we? 30 links is quite nice, then he needs to get them across the map, and he needs to get rid of these Void Rays, or otherwise he might just lose every unit before he can kill the buildings. And he's gonna evacuate some drones, which is gonna be good for him, so he will enable himself to do some more stuff. He still has one base that he could cancel. He has some mining going on still in the north. The Ultralisks need to properly rush into this area here. He will get in with the links, and he will move away for now. Are we still producing something here? It's only Corruptors. Maybe you want to make some links here. Oh, he does catch an Oracle, which is a nice move there. The drones are found by the Zealots, and they're kind of walking into the army here. The Rook is still mining a lot though, and MaxPax mining is literally this, it's 0. Let's have a look. That's the income advantage, and that's the actual mining, it's 0. Do you see the big 0? It's literally 0, so he's not mining at all. He's only making Void Ray speed, and that's the last thing he can get. Now links and Ultras coming in, he needs to kill that gate though to come in with the Ultralisks. Not enough links, there's one Void Ray to try and hold the line. Is it gonna be enough though? You might want to use some probes to just like have the Ultras like set them one by one, so the Ultras have to kill the probe in one, they waste one shot basically to just buy time. He could also recall, he still has the mothership, he could recall everything but the mothership and then recall home and then recall back in. So he's gonna recall home here. He might lose a Void Ray though, and that's an expensive loss here. Can he get a Corruptor? So he will get a Corruptor on the recall. And still stuff is there for MaxPax. He is gonna go to do some long distance mining here right now. He still has a bunch of probes, 22 here. He should probably use these 3 as well and these 3, so a few of them are not doing much. He has a Zealot for some reason. I'm not sure if he warped that one in. We found this one and he can walk across the map. He does not know about the base. Okay, so he knows about this base. He doesn't know that this was retaken. There's only 25 drones by Rogue. He needs to be careful. If he loses too much. And this is such a tough game here. 4 Ultralisks and 24 links. Reinforcing links here do get killed off. Ooh, he will catch. No detection. No detection. The Overseers are on the front. He doesn't have a recall though. He could lose all the bases. He's gonna walk back 3 Void Rays and 1 is gonna stay here on the other side. Rogue is gonna evacuate some drones here. This is the last bit of mining that's going on right now for Rogue. He's trying to come in here with some links. He's gonna try to kill the Nexus, so he will effectively disable all the recalls, and he comes with the Corruptors now to try and snipe these Void Rays. Only making Corruptors, by the way, it's crazy. So he will snipe these Void Rays here. But the drones get killed off, I guess so. There's a few Overlords on the top position. Only 14 drones left. Links are gonna start to kill all the last buildings. One Void Ray, I'm not sure. Yeah, he needs to fight this. But there's drop Overlords coming in. Okay, so they're empty right now. Good micro against this. But will we lose all the buildings here? MaxPax, I think he was standing a little bit there on a weird position with his air army. He's coming in now, he's trying to fight off the Corruptors. I think he lost another Void Ray here. He still has this one Void Ray down here, but if that get caught by the Corruptors as well, he will basically only tickle the Ultralisks. He has nothing to kill Ultralisks fast. He has a Zealot for carriers, but they simply can't kill an Ultralisk, and they still have to fight this air army. There's only 2 buildings left, the shield battery and the pylon. He's cloaking the pylon, but there's still vision. And Rogue does take this serious here. What a game, what a game. What a series, crazy, crazy man. What a crazy series. What a finish. You rarely see this. And it's actually, there was no GG in this game. This was a literal elimination game and it was super close. I mean, Rogue was still working with stuff. He still had like 40 drones, which were still mining. He had a base. But he was unable to kill the air army, and if you're unable to kill the air army, right, what are you gonna do, man? You're gonna kill the buildings from your opponent because he cannot kill your freaking Ultralisk. Ah, that was so crazy. Wow. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. This is gonna be it though.